Well, very good evening to you, Francis. I'm not so clear if you can actually hear me. It's quite noisy where I'm at. But indeed, it is quite, long proceedings here in Brixton, at the Brixton Community Centre. Of course, what is currently happening is those vote counts of those speakers that were nominated, like you said, the DA's Vasco Da Gama, and of course, Eunice Mgcina, who's representing the ANC. But I mean, just this day has been interesting in itself, Francis, as the weekend has been, especially in terms of the multi-party coalition agreements. Earlier on, we heard Madam Helen Zilla of the DA just speaking about such agreements. Her saying that she actually spoke to Action SA's Mr. Herman Mashaba about the issue. It wasn't such, pleasant conversation. As you know, that the DA had decided to field its own candidate, Dr. Mpho Phalatse. But earlier on, the ANC was quite in a jovial mood, in regards to this, because as you know, that would mean that the DA would not vote with Action SA at the time. But it seems as if the mood has definitely changed. I'm here joined by the ANC's Mam Nomvula Mokonyana. Mama, it's been quite an eventful day. You came into council, you were very excited, hearing the news that the DA would field its own candidates, and now it seems as if things are changing, judging by what's actually happening in other, municipalities like Ekurhuleni.
It's been a long day, but what has been quite good is us witnessing democracy at play. Of importance, we need to move on beyond the elections of office bearers and focus on service delivery and servicing the community of Johannesburg. But what is taking place here now, we are fully behind it, and we believe it is in the best interest of democracy to have the choice of the councillors that they will prefer to be the Speaker of the City of Johannesburg. We are fully behind Comrade Eunice Mgcina.
Let's just also talk about, what's actually happening right now behind us. Do you think that Eunice will actually, emerge victorious?
I would wish her well.
Unfortunately, I have to cut you there. Just breaking news coming in, Francis. There we have Mr. Vasco Da Gama, who is elected as the Speaker of the City of Johannesburg. Of course, he makes a comeback from 2016, and there you are. He's being congratulated there by his DA caucus right behind me, Francis. If you've just tuned to SABC News, Mr. Vasco Da Gama has been elected as the Speaker of the City of Johannesburg Council. Mama, we were just talking about this right now. What does this mean for the ANC?
Once more, it is democracy at play. We wish him well. We appreciate Eunice's availability, and we have to move on and make sure that this council is constituted and it focuses on the business at hand.
Can we see the same trajectory? I know you can't preempt what's going to happen with the election of the executive mayor, but judging by the mood,
we will go up till the end, fielding our own preferred candidates. Whatever the outcome, we will live with the outcome, but of our own interest, would have loved to have Councillor Eunice Mgcina, or even coming out with Comrade Mpho Moerane, who is as yet to be voted for. We remain optimistic. We never give up. We will continue to soldier on.
Talking about never giving up, the numbers are somewhat in your favor. And I think we have to wait for Action SA. Mr. Herman Mashaba says he's got an important announcement. The numbers could be in your favor. Is there some optimism? I know it's not over until the fat lady sings.
We continue to engage on the sidelines, and we continue to hear feedback. But what the ANC has been quite consistent on is that we would want to work with anyone who agrees on ensuring that we accelerate delivery, we improve the way that we manage and govern, and of importance, we reconnect with the communities where we are elected.
Mama, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Francis. That was Mam Nomvula Mokonyana, and of course also reacting to the fact that Mr. Vasco Da Gama has been elected the Speaker of the City of Johannesburg. Of course, it's not his first time in this role, as you would know that he had his stint after the 2016 local government elections. And of course, as I've reiterated once again, Mr. Vasco Da Gama has been elected as the Speaker of the City of Johannesburg, beating Eunice Mgcina of the ANC. With that said, Francis, let me just leave it here and cross back to your studio.
Mgcina, before you go, if you can hear me, the DA was saying that it did not want to take the executive positions in Joburg because it would have to work with the EFF, basically walking away from a coalition. But now its candidate has been elected. Is it too early to tell, or does this mean that EFF councillors voted in favour of the DA speaker, Vasco Da Gama?
Well, Francis, it might be too early to tell, but I mean, we've seen this phenomenon in the city of Ekurhuleni, and clearly this actually has happened here in the city of Johannesburg. It's quite interesting. You had that conversation with the DA federal chairperson, Ms. Helen Ziller, earlier on. I actually spoke to her earlier on, and she was quite surprised that in some municipalities, the EFF somewhat voted for the DA. And remember, they had made it clear before that they do not want to work with the EFF. But in our chat at around 2 p.m., she had said that they have no agreement with the EFF, and they did not solicit, any votes from the EFF. But I mean, what does this mean? There's a narrative that's out there, Francis, that's playing out not only on social media, but some are saying that the EFF was quite strategic in actually pushing the DA in a corner on this one, So I mean, going forward, things are going to be quite interesting. But I mean, in the words of Mr. Julius Malema over the weekend at the Sibongile rally in Tembisa, he had said that the party and the EFF is its own boss. It seems as if the party is playing chess. It remains to be seen what is going to happen here. But I mean, judging by, the faces that we've seen here of ANC councillors and Nomvula Mokonyane, it seems as if the party is quite, somewhat disappointed at the outcomes, seeing that Mr. Vasco Da Gama has been elected as Speaker of the City of Johannesburg, a position he once maintained before.
The ANC, the former minister, looked very taken aback, and this would be an incredible development if the DA says it does not want to work with the EFF, but the EFF voluntarily decides to support DA candidates to hurt the ANC. It has said, the leader Julius Malema has said that they will hurt the ANC where they can in the past. Thank you very much, Mgcina. Now, Raymond Lamini of the